Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to your Texas History Roundup for October 12th. In 1821, Stephen F. Austin received a letter listing the details of his impresario contract to settle 300 families in Texas. The terms were 640 acres to each head of household, 320 acres for a wife, 160 acres for each child, and 80 acres for each slave, with Austin to be compensated 12.5 cents per acre. But after he got the agreement, Mexico became independent, and the new government enacted a general colonization law. Austin went to Mexico City to lobby the Mexican Congress, and the law of January 3, 1823 was enacted. It specified 4,605 acres, which is a league and a labor, to each head of household, and impresarios received land in lieu of money for those settled. Austin settled 300 families under this law, thus the old 300. He later got contracts for 900 more families. Austin had military and civil authority over his colonists, with minimal input from San Antonio or Monterrey. He was responsible for settling more colonists than all other impresarios combined. He died on December 27, 1836, at the age of 43. In 1853, Jane Smith Wilson finally reached Pecos after a harrowing experience as a captive of the Comanche. Jane had come to Lamar County as a youth in 1846. After being married at age 15, she, in early pregnancy, and her husband set out with a group for the California goldfields in April 1853. But Apaches stole most of their cattle near the Guadalupe Mountains. In El Paso, most of the rest of their possessions were stolen by Mexicans, so they left the group and started back to East Texas in late July. But within a day or two, her husband was killed, and she returned to El Paso. On September 8th, she again started the return trip with a small group, which included her brothers-in-law. They were attacked by Comanches, and she and her brothers-in-law were captured. After almost 3 weeks traveling east, sometimes riding a mule and often walking, and being abused by her captors, she was able to escape. She was alone without shelter or food except for wild berries for about a week when she spotted some Mexican traders, who befriended her. A day or two later, when the traders approached another Comanche band, she hid to prevent detection. Later, after giving birth to a son in Santa Fe, she returned to Lamar County in late 1854. In July 1856, Jane married William Roberts and had 4 more children. A heck of a story right there. In 1880, a hurricane struck Brownsville, nearly destroying the city, causing much loss of life. In 1886, a hurricane struck Sabine in Jefferson County, with inundation extending 20 miles inland and resulting in 150 drownings and nearly every house in the area being removed from its foundation. And in 1912, Edgar O. Lovett was inaugurated as the first president of Rice University and held that post until 1946, a tenure of 34 years. Lovett died in Houston in 1957 and is buried in Glenwood Cemetery. In 1919, Doris "Dory" Miller, the first African-American hero of World War II, was born in Willow Grove. And in 1945, the Daughters of the Republic of Texas Library was established at the Alamo Complex in San Antonio. It housed documents, books, and manuscripts related to the Alamo. The William E. Howard Library and collection of over 2,000 Texas books, documents, manuscripts, and paintings was obtained by the Daughters in 1943 and was a major part of the collection. And that, my friend, was your Texas History Roundup for October 12th. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you right back here tomorrow. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.